Previously on Wormhole Extremists. I'm David Reed. I'm with Evie.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Hello.
Evolution Part 2. Away we go.
Gooey.
KY. Why? KY.
What? So Peter DeLuise wore 3 hats for this episode as co-story writer with Damien Kindler, teleplay writer, and director.
And he wore
He
them
wore
well.
2 hats in the previous one.
Love him so much.
I know.
The talent.
Me too. I know.
See, it just looks like something's just poured stuff on them very obviously, but that's okay. Hello. I absolutely love this guy though, because like this whole time he's going to be charging them for him being out in the woods with them.
Yes,
So,
they
what a
owe me
guy.
a lot of money.
Yeah. Absolute legend.
So, according to Reddit fans, this episode represents classic SG1 with a unique blend of South American rebels and zombie elements. And one fan
unique.
called
What
it. One fan called
Stargate.
it where Stargate Command can't handle the Colombian drug lords. And Gateworld's
Yeah.
Ali Snow noted it didn't quite function as a traditional mid-season cliffhanger, but they appreciated how the episode immediately plunges back into the action with Daniel and Dr. Lee's predicament, and it sort of maintains momentum from the previous installment.
Does the SGC not manage to handle the Nicaraguans, did you say?
No.
Where did the Nicaraguans come into my head? Anyway, so the Hondurans, they didn't manage to handle them?
Oh, what, the Colombian drug lords?
Yeah.
Colombian drug lords.
I don't know, just someone called it where
I honestly was like, I wanted to
okay.
see how many Latin American countries they would go through.
Evidently, so there, Brazil, Costa Rica,
Venezuela,
Panama,
Ecuador.
Oh
dear, oh dear.
So our friend here, Frank Roman, he had great respect for his colleagues, Michael Shanks and Bill Dow. He actually described them in an interview as both talented and approachable with excellent work ethics. So he said that Bill had a very gentle manner and sense of humor, and he said Michael's ability to be surprisingly funny off camera was like a highlight of the experience. And he still managed to maintain a very polished, polite demeanor while still delivering great comedic moments. And Frank really appreciated that. And
I love that.
My question to you guys is, was this torture sort of scene adequately portrayed given the network constraints? Because a lot of people online were saying that it wasn't enough, but then I'm thinking, there would be sort of primetime TV restrictions, so you can't
wasn't
really show
enough
too
torture.
Much. Yeah.
We see them after the torture. We see them, we don't even see like Han Solo getting zapped. We only see his, they didn't even ask him any questions
and the screaming.
So
yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, Teal'c's getting tortured all the bloody time. I feel like Stargate's already like gone real bad with torture.
That's a good point, actually,
So,
because like it's just sort of, they just verbally say that they've been deprived of food and water for 2 days, and they're kind of threatened with electrocution, but we don't actually see it used on them. It's just sort of hinted abuse. But
yeah.
I
personally
think it's enough, but there was a lot of people online that were saying that it didn't go forward. Yeah, there wasn't enough detail. But
so they've went without food and water for 2 days.
That's exactly what this character
Daniel's lips would be severely chapped.
Yeah, they would be.
Should have had the chapping.
Yeah.
They did a really good job adding the chat to Vala's lips when she's being left out without food and water. On the altar in season 9.
Right, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe that was a takeaway from this episode.
Yeah, maybe they were like, I'll work on the chat. Yeah, I don't need more torture scenes. I think I'm good, I think that enough has been implied. Watching Teal'c get tortured so much is already kind of enough for me. So I'm just like, it's a bit much. So also, this is a show that has more mature moments, but a lot of the time, like me, kids are watching. So keep it PG.
I love how he says, "What gives you the right to come to this country and steal artifacts?" And it's like, well, to be fair, you didn't know it was there. So,
but to be fair,
That's true.
like,
We're hoping we
it's
just
not
get
like
it.
we're lifting it out of a museum.
I was going to say, America, but more, Britain, real bad Britain. We do that all the time. So, I mean,
Yes,
I
you
understand the
do.
beef.
I don't
It's
know.
our
I've
favorite
been to
pastime
the
activity.
Louvre. It's full of stuff from all over the world. Wow,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's true.
These guys know how to go have a good time.
I also feel like doing the actual torture scene would have taken away like time from the episode jumping on other things that it could be
Yep.
doing. So the implication is definitely better. I don't need to see them like,
Mm.
sizzling a little bit. Don't need,
Sizzling a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what you sell, though.
you know.
You're not selling the steak.
Yeah.
You're selling the human
You're
flesh.
selling the sizzle.
Jeez.
And Kevin Weaver said that the episode with the toilet stuff is Ties That Bind. There we go. One of my favorite episodes.
People are in this episode who
Oh,
have not watched
funny.
the other one are like, what are they talking about?
No, we were talking about bathrooms in the last one. Don't
Yeah,
worry
We
about
like
yeah,
to
that.
talk
Don't worry
about
about it.
toilets every now and then, and
it's evidently a thing,
you
'cause I brought up
unfortunately used the word
outhouse.
found.
Yeah, you did.
Right.
That was a mistake. And then Evie
Yes.
actually mentioned the PTSD of the bathrooms, and I was like, yes, this is my in. This is my moment. So back to Stargate.
We
I
watch every
appreciate-
episode hoping that someone brings up toilets in some way, shape, or form.
Oh dear, oh dear. I've got so many things to say that I'm going to say for after the podcast.
So every time, and Michael Shanks as Daniel Jackson, we get this
Yeah, I
wide-eyed
always
look of
find that
Michael's
so
face
funny.
in the briefing room. Like, what is he so
Yeah.
excited about in the briefing room? So,
That's a good point. Yeah.
oh boy, here we go.
Oh, the jaw slide.
Yeah.
Enrico Colatoni.
I love that he has
Yes,
like
Enrico.
beef with people from the past, and then every
Oh,
now and
yeah.
again they come in and then they get like bestie energy. I rewatched Matter of Time the other day with my uncle.
Cromwell.
And Cromwell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
really
is
like
kind of
that.
similar. He's got beef with that guy too.
Yeah.
I would have
It's just a
loved to have
history of Jack
seen,
having beef.
another episode there, set in the past or having that unwinding that component, because now at the beginning of season 2, we found out in Prisoners that that Jack spent time in prison, and they answer
Yeah.
that in where he was and who put him there in
Oh, flirting.
Okay,
Flirting.
moment.
Evie and I
Matter of
like
Time.
prepare.
Shiver moment.
Sparks were flying.
They were.
They quite
Well, look at you,
literally
David.
are.
Hmm.
Dad
Pointing
joke.
it out. Oh, this is just. Yeah.
Do you have any idea how old he was when she was born? You sickos.
I don't want to
16,
know.
17, around there.
Yeah.
I actually don't find that bad. But my rule is
No.
if you're the like close enough an age where you can be siblings, then that's like acceptable. But when you start getting too high up, then it gets weird. So
Everyone has a number. I love how he's just he comes down hard. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
yeah. Oh, poor Lee. Bill doesn't know
poor
anything.
Bill.
He's gonna tell them his SGC passwords for crying out.
Yeah,
You know
he's
he
gonna
will.
give them everything. I mean,
Dude is gonna squeal.
I'm just remembering Midway and how badly that went.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's true.
Mm.
Gekaveh said we don't need to see Fried Daniel. No, we don't. And then Lockwater said wormhole extremist toilet talk. And then Rod Luther said imagine a Stargate designed toilet. I would love that.
It's not about needing, it's about wanting.
And Lockwater said problem is would it flush up? Oh dear. Can you imagine that? Terrible. I want someone to do
I was
that.
just thinking of an iris. Like you wouldn't want that iris to be closed at the wrong moment.
Sorry, David. This is just
Y'all are disturbed.
Let's
Let's
poop and get off the toilet.
Seriously, I'm done. I mean, you can continue, but I'll just sit here. Directed by Peter
So
DeLuise.
what I love is that Jacob is going to get into the suit, and I always just find it really laughable though when everyone's getting in the suit because
They
no
pick
one is the right height for the
small
suit.
people. I mean,
Yeah.
Carmen is not big. Alan Gowan
Oh,
wore
yeah,
his
I have,
costumes.
Yeah,
I have those. Yeah, I have those figures later. It's the height.
You gotta
Yes,
buy
I looked
it.
it up.
yeah. I mean, he looks hot in it because everyone who wears the Anubis drone outfit looks hot. So
John Billingsley earlier
mm.
today just made the example of he always loves it when the sizes always fit when the you know, the stormtroopers come in and the heroes have to take their suits. So I mean, or the version, there's a version of that in any number of films. So and they always fit perfectly.
I mean, I'm
like,
playing Hitman games again, and every outfit I find fits me like a glove. So
yeah, it's like Back to the Future when it's just like sizing, you know, like that jacket. That
Oh yeah, jacket drying. Your jacket is now dry. Hey, we missed their wanton ass.
So, as we said before, this is in Rico Colantoni as Agent Burke.
Trying to get him. Trying to get him right now.
He will always be Mathazar from Galaxy Quest to me.
You are our last hope.
oh my god. Honestly, so I showed my best friend Faye, and her fiance Ben. We were trying to watch something, and I was like, "Oh, have you guys seen Galaxy Quest?" They were like, "No, they'd never seen anything like it. They're not sci-fi people, and they love it so much. They reference it like all the time, like every time I see them.
Oh, it kind of pokes fun at sci-fi, but also praises it. So yeah, I love it. It's great.
Me too.
Have we done Galaxy Quest as a midweek movie?
But
I said it should be on our list. Yeah.
I must have recently seen it elsewhere then, because I have vivid memories of it.
I mean, it's just that vivid. It's that good.
It's a great film. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Well, that may be our midweek movie at the end of this.
Yay! So on initial meeting with Jack, Burke recollects like a kidnapping instance involving an American engineer working on the Honduran dam, and apparently this closely resembles the plot of Proof of Life with Russell Crowe.
Yeah. So Jacob said Dr. Lee should try to win them over by talking about his WoW character. So World of Warcraft, just like in Atlantis.
Oh, I love that.
And then
I love that.
Randall Wong followed it up with all the dogs in 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, that's right. The Twilight Bark. Yeah.
And then no one gets it, and he's like, Lord of the Rings with the fires, okay? And it's like, there we go. So good.
My kids love it. And then a few episodes later in the he's like coming on to Elizabeth. It's like, so you're divorced, right? Either that or you're just a horrible person.
Yeah. Oh, so a lot of people on Reddit loved this sort of diving into Jack's Black Ops background. And the opinions on Burke as a character, though, were kind of split. There were fans that found it intriguing that Jack didn't vouch for Burke despite their claimed friendship. But Gateworld's Lex criticized how Burke like dominated Jack's screen time without revealing anything meaningful about Jack himself. And they felt like the Burke storyline felt unbalanced to many viewers.
Well, he's got an axe to grind.
I like the Burke story.
Oh,
he's
like
not
him.
Gonna sit there and go, "Hey, Jack, how you doing? Tell me all about your life." No, I have a beef, and we're going to clear this up now.
Well, he mentions it several times.
You're not going to Cromwell me through the Stargate this time.
Cromwell me through.
Flush
into
me,
a black hole as well. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. This is just my day job.
This is my favorite part of this episode is this guy being like, yeah, you know.
Oh, it's funny.
It's just such a funny cliche of the episode. Honestly.
That is really the case, though. I mean, when I was in the Philippines, a lot I would wind up somewhere and ask someone to where I could go to hire somebody for the day to help me with stuff, and I lost count of the times they're like, "I'm right here," and they would just whatever they were doing, they would stop and they would go and do whatever I wanted them to do, and I would pay them. Yep.
Admiral Manel said, I like to call Enrico Jude Law's nemesis because his characters have defeated Jude Law's characters both times they work together. I like that.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Spoilers.
I know that. I also remember him from Just Shoot Me.
Raj Luthra, Galaxy Quest movie is great. Yes. Why, yes, it is.
It is fantastic.
Screw that.
That's not what she said.
Yeah, no, it's
not. Read my lips.
That's right. Everyone drop everything now once this is done and go watch Galaxy Quest if you have not seen it.
Yeah. Or wait for us to do it there. It's kind of weird, right? That they put like just a little Stargate event horizon in there. That's weird, right?
It's ancient tech.
I noticed that as well.
I wouldn't put my finger in it.
Yeah, but look at it.
I wonder if it was reused.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just,
I noticed it years ago, and I was like,
brighter in the center, but yeah.
Okay, sorry. So, one Redditor noted that while the Cull Warriors concept is sort of menacing with their bulky armor and visible padding, this sort of makes it appear a lot less intimidating than intended. And they suggested that Jacob's football reference indicated that the production team themselves recognized the the visual resemblance between the padding and the football gear.
It's
And it
like
was sort of
his
more of a
neck
self-aware
is too
joke.
short for this. Yeah.
Well,
Self-aware
okay,
joke.
so
Yeah.
Dan Payne actually portrayed Carmen's character Jacob during scenes where Jacob is
Obviously.
wearing the super soldier armor.
That's
Yeah.
not
As a
Carmen.
point
There's
of
no way.
interest, Carmen was about 15 centimeters or 6 inches shorter than Dan in
Yeah.
real life.
Well, that's not as much as I thought then. Okay, so Dan's not that enormous.
Dan is like 190 something
I've stood
centimeters
next to him.
tall,
He's so tall.
191.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like 6'6" or something. 6'7". Anyway, he's big. And I think Carmen was about 6 foot.
Thoth. Hello, Thoth.
Ah, so okay, so this
Path
is
me
Ian
thumb
Marshall
Thoth from my
as
spaghetti.
Thoth. And apparently the character was named after the Egyptian god of knowledge, and Peter DeLuise joked that he chose this name because it was the only Egyptian god name they hadn't used yet.
I can
I
think
was
of a
gonna
couple
say,
more. You know what these seats
Uh,
are?
They are the beds from Gamekeeper.
That's right.
Oh, of
I wouldn't call
course
them
they
beds, but
are.
No,
I
they were not really
suppose.
beds.
I
but-
love
Hey,
this
Christopher
cool
Judge
design.
fell
I
asleep
love
in
this
it,
set.
so you know.
He sure did. This is a
So
beautiful
I think
set.
they used what did I say here? They used the Goa'uld mothership set redressed as the interior of the base.
Yep, might as well. It's a cool base.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it's such a nice, easy way to get around having to make new stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'd think as well there'd be like a sort of common thread in all of their designs, so it kind of makes sense. Do you know what I mean?
Saving money and keeping things similar. It's good.
Okay, so there's a symbiote in his head, so that's good.
Oh my god,
Oh,
it's so
here
nice
we
to see
go.
Anubis.
Wow,
Oh,
it's been a
so-
while.
yeah.
This is the first episode in which Anubis appears that is neither a season premiere nor a season finale.
Just a mid-season premiere.
It is indeed.
Mid-season. Mm.
Does he ever appear otherwise? I don't think he does.
Yeah.
In this form.
In this form,
Yeah, because the next time we see him is Lost City.
maybe.
Yeah, I think it is Lost
Yeah.
City.
So they always use him for big budget episodes. Goodbye, David Palfy.
Love David Palfy.
Bye.
I love that. I love she's just like, my dad is just so
Oh,
so
she's
frustrated.
chewing on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can all
Yeah.
relate.
Yeah, chew on my whole family. Petter nearly cut off his finger the other day because he was doing some stuff with a car, and I was like, "Well, you're not wearing gloves," and he was like, "No, I'll start wearing gloves now." I'm like, "Are you dumb?" And he's like, "Oh, there was the one time I was using the same device, I nearly lost my eye, so now I wear goggles." And I'm like, "You should be using these things beforehand, not after.
Oh,
Why are you
God.
like this?"
So he
You're
It's
welcome
self-referential
to
to
almost
getting to
lose
know
something.
a guy.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what? This
exactly.
might come in handy after a while, but I wasn't sure until it almost happened to me.
Yeah,
Okay,
Petter's family
so-
are just full of it. They're always doing that.
this uniform that Jack is wearing, I think is the same one from There But for the Grace of God.
Pretty darn close. Yeah.
Is it?
Mm.
Is he gonna smooch Sam in it again?
Oh,
No, I'd
God,
love
I
that.
hope
That'd be so nice.
But I
So
mean, they
nice.
have a nice little moment at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Make a wish.
I love the way that he has like a later on when he's chewing gum and he has that huge bubble of bubble gum while he's
Was it
computing.
gum or was it a
Yes!
penny?
No, oh,
No,
that
no,
was a
that.
penny.
No, no, yeah. I'm talking about later because he's chewing gum right now.
So
I'm
he
just
so he
like,
did drop a penny.
Yes.
I think he did drop a penny.
Okay, I hope
yeah.
it was that's up.
I just love that he's chewing gum this whole time.
I love this character.
Yeah, it makes
I
him
really
very,
do.
very casual.
You know, but I
Works.
love it. I love where does Enrico end and Bert begin? I love Enrico, so I think that was one of the reasons that I just lent into this because he's just he works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to say this earlier, but Jacob said we see Anubis in a clip show in Inauguration, but it's a clip show, so I didn't say it because I was like, it doesn't count, does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, with your
Gonna
chewing
settle some
gum,
debts.
shooting your big explosions. I always get paranoid when he's shooting stuff and there's like mud flying everywhere because he's got the bubble coming out that there's gonna
It's so funny.
like the mud is gonna land in his bubble gum while he's chewing it. Don't know why. It's just always what I think of. I hate gum. It's disgusting.
Oh,
You hate gum.
I hate it. I refuse
like
to chew it.
gum.
I used to love gum as a kid and now I hate it. So
You hate gum?
I think it's disgusting. It's just a ball of saliva you're just chewing over and over. Grim.
You're fired.
So,
Oh God. You can't fire me.
You
don't have any comeback.
Can't I?
Berg's reference to Minnesota. So,
Oh,
both
that's
Arya
right.
and
Yeah.
Jack are from Minnesota.
They go back. You tell me what I want to know. I used to make fun of this all the time. I feel so alive. Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah. You need to chill, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a device that turns you into zombies.
That's
Mhm.
right. Reanimates.
So funny though. It's just Cam. Oh, I'm so excited for that episode.
Jeez, man.
Can you leave him alone? Like this man's been through a lot. You know, he's died, his wife has died, you know, his girlfriend got taken over. It's all pretty bad. Yeah. Gives that bad sarcophagus juju.
You do
So,
have to
like, how
wonder
did he
what would have
turn it on?
continued to happen. He
Yeah.
found us. He found a switch somehow. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how?
Just
How
got
did you do that?
lucky.
Just the raw version of a sarcophagus.
Yeah. Jacob said, Nicole, I agree. Gum is a no-no. Damn right. Yeah.
Well, I am Team Gum.
Also, didn't he like have, doesn't he have a little pendant thing? This guy who's arguing with this guy right now, that has like the Virgin Mary on it, and
Yeah.
he kissed it
I
and
think
prayed
so,
to
yeah.
it. So yeah,
Yep, he just thinks it's cursed,
yeah.
which is not far from wrong. Far from right.
Oh boy, here we go. This was cool.
Yes.
Just he just keeps on coming back. You
Oh.
just can't keep him down.
I feel so bad for him because he's being so careful. He's praying to his God. He's just trying to live, and
Now
then
he's
his
gonna go
boss has
meet
just
him.
gone
Yeah.
bananas. Yeah.
So Tartarus was going to be featured in the SG1 The Alliance video game.
I know. I remember. I loved seeing
Oh.
the behind the scenes clips for it. I was so
Mhm.
excited. I love seeing Sam and Teal'c out doing missions together. It's always just so nice, you know. I think their chemistry is so fun. Can't wait for New Order when
For
they're
sure.
going on a little adventure
Oh,
together.
yeah.
It's always nice.
That's fun. She
Yeah.
packs lots of turkey. She knows it's his favorite.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
South
I just think,
American
you know,
plants in the foreground. That's a banana tree.
Yeah, I
SG1
know, it is a
spent
banana tree.
so much time together over the years that separating them is just nice, you know.
Well, the different pairings work in different ways.
Exactly. It's really
No,
it's
you-
juicy.
You give each
Well,
of
I
the different
think
pairings a
that's-
different situation. There would be different
Yeah.
comments from all of them.
Well, that opinion is quite rare because a lot of remarks that I saw online were the opposite. They didn't like that they've been separated.
The fact that they pair off and do other things just goes to show how great the characters are and how well they
They
stand on
work
their
in
own.
any comedy. That's the even alone. That's kind of my
Yeah.
point. You know, one of my favorite episodes. Ooh, he's not dead. Is one of my favorite episodes is it's not Birthright. It's Bloodlines. You know, and you got Sam and Daniel go off and get the Gould, and
Yeah,
Teal'c and
Daniel
Jack go
rings
off
out
and
with
get
Gould.
Ryak, and Daniel just goes ballistic, and it's a great scene because only Carter and Daniel know that story. They never mention it again.
No.
So
Okay, so guys, Rogelio was supposed to die in the original script, but
Can't
Peter
do that. He
DeLuise
needs his
was
money.
so impressed by
Yeah.
Zach Santiago's performance, he rewrote the part so he'd stay
Amazing.
alive through both episodes.
wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, so next week you're coming back.
Yeah. I mean, he only gets a few lines, but I think it's funny.
Well,
Just wants his money back, and they're like, "Oh, okay, that makes
this
sense."
it's so rare for a red shirt to live, you know. So in
Mhm.
this situation, it's a nice twist.
He's too funny. He's too funny. Got to keep him.
Please,
Lots
he
of
owes me lots of money.
yes, that makes sense.
Oh dear.
We can all relate to
I
that.
love American gum.
Oh, that's funny.
Like what just said Nicole, gum and duct tape, both required for a proper MacGyver kit. Yes, I
Yes,
know.
thank
Someone else can
you.
chew the gum. Ugh.
I bet that was an ad lib. Hey, that's on my desk behind me there, near T's old prodder thing.
Yeah.
Prada thing.
Yeah. Didn't know it was in this episode.
Is it the sorry, I wasn't I glanced away for 1 second. Was it the thing where Jack picks it up and Teal goes, What do you think
it
it's
is for? Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
spreader.
Ugh. Yeah, I always assumed
Oh,
it was a
that thing,
spreader for
yes,
women.
yes.
Yeah. Ugh.
Mhm.
Or bums. Back to
It's
toilets.
still-
No, I'm joking.
Still medieval.
Yeah, very medieval actually. Bit grim.
Medieval torture.
I see Stargate lines.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a reflection. Yeah, it's just a reflection of his ancient knowledge.
Yeah.
Very subtle.
I really like this scene. You know, it was funny actually. I found that the Cromwell one, I found that to be too much. I didn't love it.
Really?
Yeah, just because
okay.
it felt quite phoned in for me because the episode is kind of like the whole episode they're just like yelling at each other and getting Jack's trauma out, but it's all around like this guy who's being sucked up by a black hole and comparing the situation, and it's really not that comparable because there is no way in hell you're saving a guy from a black hole at all, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It was okay, but I felt the natural chemistry here was just really good, and there was no like. Sometimes it doesn't need to like serve a really big overall purpose. Sometimes it's just there to be a good time and understand the characters just a little bit better. But you don't have to go that deep. So,
Did they bring clothes for him? I guess they did.
Yeah,
They must have done.
I mean, Sam's always got a backpack full of stuff.
Yeah. So kind of on the whole topic of chemistry and the actors working separately. So several people on Reddit sort of expressed their appreciation for the team dynamics of Sam, Jacob, Tilk, and Braytak, wishing the show had featured more missions with that combination.
Yeah.
And I think I love the,
Yeah.
the
So good.
juxtaposition of the sort of two family units. You've got like one unit by blood and one by choice.
That's
think
true.
that's
I like it.
Yeah.
There
Getting
we got
Egeria
another queen.
PTSD.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Look at that birthing
Big
sack.
egg sack.
I
Yeah.
don't want to, like, where did they find that queen?
I know, right? Where was she? Just
Yeah.
chilling.
This one,
Yeah.
Anubis probably convinced her somehow. But how do you
Yeah.
talk to a
But where did
symbiote when
they
she's not
find
in a
it?
body?
I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe he made a deal. He was like, I'm going to find you a really, really hot, powerful one.
There,
If you just.
there are queens here and there. So just leave your body, go
Yeah.
birth some babies in the tank, and I'll put you in a new one when you're ready. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
must
could
have
go
been
wrong?
Some sort of mutual arrangement, I guess.
Kevin Weaver said, I've used to spread. It's not just for women. Lots of different body parts can spread.
Oh.
Or specifically, it's only because, like women have to get regular checks. So I always just think of that specific situation.
Kevin, I can't believe you said that.
Kevin, I love the energy.
Well, of course,
A,
of course
oh my
Nicole is
gosh.
going to hone in
B,
on that comment.
how? Oh, here we go.
Creepy, that dead cold eye.
He's got the Coal Warrior eyes.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Candy Mitch is late. Oh, Pooh forgot it was Sunday. Pooh is the right energy. We've got all of that today.
Well, it's not like we haven't been around for a month.
It's true. It's true.
Man,
That's
where would
true.
that long
Yeah, we've gotta
neck
get
go in a
back.
human? I just don't get it. I guess she
Yeah,
I guess
I
when
don't
she
get
adds
the-
water, she gets bigger, maybe. Maybe that's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's the glass.
Add water, you inflate.
Yeah.
Absorbent sponge.
Yeah,
sea
like those little
monkey. He's like a
dinosaurs.
sea monkey thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so I think
Here we
this
go,
is
Jerry
one
reference.
of
Woo, woo.
only this is one of only two season 7 episodes where Jonas' names appears without the character physically showing up.
Mhm.
I think the other one is
Good.
Death Knell.
yeah, it's a big coinky dink. Yes, Jonas's brain got scoopied slightly.
Mm-hmm. I
Yep,
think it's a
there you
good
go.
callback.
I think it's
I
a great
appreciate
callback.
it.
I
Yeah,
love
it's a nice
Cure. I think it's a
reference. Uh-huh.
great episode. Kevin Weaver said it was for his laser eye surgery. Good, good. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Thank you, sir. That narrowed it down.
I'm thinking about getting laser eye surgery, but I think glasses suit my face too
I
much.
thought
But then
about
I
it
can wear
too.
fake glasses, but I don't want to do that. That seems silly. So
Plastic boom.
I absolutely love the way they're just like, yeah, here's a block of C4. It's always the same kind of block.
Bye, lady. No one can hear you scream. You have no vocal cord. Well, I guess you kind of do, but it's not going to work.
She can't really, she can't really tell them that there's an explosive
No,
there, can
she has no lips.
Yeah, thank God she can't communicate somehow. I wish they could have made some sort of
Gold
like
sign language.
No, I was gonna say, wouldn't it be absolutely hilarious if in that tank, right, it was like a fish tank, so you had like a clam that opened and inside is a pearl, and it's actually a gold communication ball.
Oh, hilarious!
She
I was
uses
thinking more
that
like
to talk to
like
Anubis.
some sort of Morse code. She'll like tap on the tank.
Yeah, he still is. He still is going on about this. You guys are right.
He is.
I forgot.
He mentions it several
He's
times.
harping.
Well, it wasn't his fault, so he's just trying to just.
Oh,
be
I get
understood.
why. Yeah. Oh, look at
Yeah.
that. You're right. You wrote it for him. The wives and the beers. I remember.
Yeah. He just wanted his colleague's wife to get the
Pension.
pension. Yeah.
Hmm.
So he probably knew Sarah.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
This is really interesting though, because like, like this is quite the thing to do.
Well, O'Neill's
Help
not
out
used to being wrong.
Yeah. Yes, break out of this really, really, secure outhouse.
That is so creepy. I'm getting goosebumps.
So I'm no firearms expert, but apparently the gunfire sounds don't match the weapons shown on screen. Like Charlo's carrying an AK, but the audio is from a P90. But
Yeah, sounds
I
like
don't.
it.
Yeah, it's like different rates of
Interesting.
fire and muzzle
Yeah, I
reports
was
or
gonna say
something.
AK, doesn't it shoot just a bit slower and the sound is a bit deeper?
Yeah. Also, apparently that wooden crate, the Russian text translates to total fussing. But I don't know how true that is.
That's a long word for total and a short word for fussing.
Well, it's like German, like Schmetterling is just butterfly, and it's like the longest word ever.
What does a P90 take for bullets? Because I know the AK is 7.62.
They're really small rounds. I forget their name.
Are they 9mm?
No, they're much smaller.
4.56?
I don't know. I only fired it. I didn't check.
Hold on.
So apparently Raphael's Spanish was incorrect. He basically yelled, "We're going to kill him,"
Yes.
instead of "We're going to kill
Sorry.
them."
5.728 is what it is. There we go.
There we go. It was small.
Yeah, the Spanish. I mean, sometimes what can you do? But you know what? It's similar enough to get away
Well,
with.
it still
probably
works
just-
though. He might have been talking
Yeah.
specifically
About Daniel. Yeah, exactly. No one
Yeah.
cares about
I mean,
Bill.
I flub my English all the time in a
Oh,
panic, and
Bill, I care about you.
It's not like he's not hopped up on gold cocaine or anything.
Yeah.
So Admiral Manel has said, so about the AK rifles, they are Zastava M70 rifles from Yugoslavia. You can tell by the safety lever that they are not machine guns. They sell the full auto fire with the audio dubs and the squibs.
You and Rob Fournier would get along well.
Yes.
Or you would fight and bicker about everything.
Some gun aficionados.
Yeah, that is some excellent facts, though.
The Rob Fournier history episode with all of the Stargate all the Stargate weapons. I mean, it's like a bunch of nurses in a hospital with all of their own opinions. You had a ton of firearms experts in there just absolutely chewing on Rob in the comments section. He's wrong about this and that is that. It's like, dudes.
Jeez.
Oh, here we go. Yells in Spanish, I'm seeing, everyone.
Yes.
The only thing that really bugs me about the subtitles is Spanish has one extra letter in it in the alphabet, which is the ñ, which is an N with a little squiggle on the top.
Yep.
Oh,
And
yes.
so when they're saying like señor, it's an ñ, not an N.
It's literally
Subtitles.
an extra letter.
Yeah, it's an extra 2 letters. There are 2 N's in the Spanish alphabet.
I don't remember that. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, he's...
And that's it. That's the only difference. So.
No, he can't.
Lost
He
his-
can't go. Just put him behind a
Yeah,
really
no
big
more-
tree.
No more stamina.
Yeah, put him behind that fake plant. Well, no, real plant. But
Yeah.
like, you know, plant that's supposed to fake that
That
we're
doesn't quite belong
not
there.
in British Columbia. Yeah.
So there was a lot of praise for Daniel online, sort of self-sacrificing. You know, he's hid Bill and drawing the kidnappers away.
I mean, yeah,
kind of
Daniel has way
exemplifying
more
his
experience doing
heroism.
pew-pew.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to survive, it's him. Oh,
Oh, he got one in the leggy.
see, this is silly. Why are you shooting the ground for? Like, you know.
Just
Because he's crazy right now, more than
Yeah.
usual.
Also, like, are you going to reload at some point?
I
This
wish I
scene is
sold that
so
throne chair.
cool. I'm so excited. This scene's terrifying. I remember they did a scene from this in the video game. I remember
Yeah, they
that
duplicated it.
they did the scene of them doing the Hail Anubis,
Ah.
Mhm.
and in video game form. It was fantastic. I
I
was
don't
so
know
excited.
how it was going to be like a flashback or something.
So on the scene, guys, so
So
the
many.
army of super soldiers was actually created through clever duplication of just 2 performers. So it was
Rainmaker.
Dan Payne and Alex Zahara
Yeah.
portrayed the Cull Warriors, and their performances were replicated hundreds of times through early motion capture technology and visual effects. And I think Alex Zahara humorously noted that these duplicated appearances technically added thousands of credits to his already extensive list of
Yeah.
characters.
I always thought it was him alongside Dan in Lost City, but it's not. Someone else is playing him.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he did mention that, I think. when
Admiral
mentioning
Manel, I
The
do have a
Rock.
question. What is your preferred weapon of choice for SG1? Because I know so many people love the P90. So do you have a preference as a fan and understander of weapons? Like Daniel's a bit like, what the hell's going on?
You got him.
Completely
I love how he just
dehydrated.
Yeah.
He just tosses the rock to one side.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need this anymore.
The way it's like,
I just love the look on his face.
you're the fool.
Oh, don't be silly now, Thoth.
Now everyone knows you're there.
Oh dear, oh dear. One of those classic alarms that goes off when someone dies. Getting like Wraith Queen PTSD.
Yeah, that was a cool scream.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, creepy.
Yeah, the heavy footsteps. Okay, so
Oh,
Joseph
just diving.
Malozzi particularly enjoyed the zombie elements of this episode, like singling out this particular scene in his blog. And for me, and you mentioned this earlier, Nicole, the cherry on top is Burke casually blowing a pink gum bubble during
Yeah.
the chaos.
Oh, it's terrific. Yeah, this
I
guy
always
just
imagine
keeps on
Mud
going.
being caught in it though. Yeah. See, look at him. I always imagine that mud pile just going straight into the gum and him just chewing on mud.
Oh, and this scene, you know, spawned a lot of fans on social media nicknaming this episode the one where Jack goes zombie hunting.
Yeah. I would
That's
absolutely hate to do this
crazy.
mission and basically just witness a zombie and then be like, wow, we are not far off the zombie apocalypse, huh? I love that crazy crap as well. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Anthony quoted it earlier.
Yeah, everyone in the
yeah, he
comments
says
hyped
it later
for
as well.
That's crazy.
Admiral Manel said their favorite is the P90, but the Carter Special is a runner-up.
There we go. Man, look at now he's running. He wasn't running
Oh, yeah.
before.
Yeah, speaking of punch, I think he punches his way through that door.
Honestly, terrifying and quite awesome. Yeah, mid-flight, he doesn't care.
Nope, here he comes.
Oh, it's terrifying. Close the door.
Okay, my question as well is, why does the Cull Warrior physically strike Sam instead of using his weapon?
Yeah.
Like, he uses
Stormtrooper,
lethal
right?
force on the boys.
Maybe he's just wanted to hit women.
Yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, Braytag.
The dynamic is-
He just waited. The patience. You know, he was
This
just like,
is
I'll
a
just wait.
great shot.
But Braytag,
I
he-
love
I'm so
this.
happy.
It
Yeah.
is cool. His
Look,
calm
rings just like
approach.
in the wind.
He's gone.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Really
you're gonna
good.
need a new ring platform.
Yeah.
Bested by an old man. My bride.
Aw.
Yeah. I
His
do
humor's
love
still
when
intact.
Teal'c does that. Yeah, he has his great funny moments. He's so gentle. I love how gentle Carmen is.
Oh, Carmen
well, he has a
loved
dad.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good egg. I miss him. I never
I
got
do
to meet
too.
him. I'm very sad about that.
No, I didn't.
He was a
I
good
didn't
guy.
either.
I think I saw his I think somebody streamed his funeral, and so I think I watched that.
Aw.
Mm.
Yeah, she's not flying anytime soon.
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's more of a shell at this point.
Rogelio deserves a tip.
I
For
think
living.
so. A nice big tip from
Yeah.
the State
Yeah.
Department.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. A be quiet tip.
So, Enrico's portrayal of Burke did prove to be quite successful. That the series producers actually discussed creating a character-led team assignment for him in future episodes, but that obviously never materialized.
That would have been cool.
Yeah,
That would have
I
been
was gonna
really
say.
Enrico in SGC, yeah.
Yeah, and Peter DeLuise, he described Burke as one of his like favorite creations, I guess, and he actually really loved making this episode.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me that, I don't think.
Oh, well,
Not
I
glowing
saw a
anymore.
quote that he said it was his favorite to write and direct.
I'm going to
but
have to
I don't know at
bring it
what
up
point
then.
he said that. He
Okay.
might have said that kind of
Do you
shortly
wanna
after
hold
it
it? No.
happened, and he was just looking at the past
Stop!
episodes
Stop!
of the season. I love that so much. Stop.
I love how casual Daniel is about it. He's like, glowing usually means, you know, it's not glowing anymore, so I think we're fine.
I think we're okay, but you never know.
I've never seen him be that casual about something like that. Like, you can tell he doesn't care. He's had a bad week. He's annoyed. He's tired, and you know,
And
it's
hungry
great.
and thirsty.
Yeah.
Isn't Sam wearing the sling on the wrong arm? Or is it correct?
Um,
I remember something
should
being
be
wrong
on
about
the
that.
left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you're going by the arm that Carmen held, that was her left, and this is her right.
Yeah.
But it could be because of the if it's a collarbone, it might be different. I don't know.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. So several Redditors, yours truly included, specifically appreciated the subtle moments between Sam and Jack at the beginning and the end of this episode. Amen.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
And in an earlier draft, I believe that Peter DeLuise had planned for Jack to end the episode with the line, "We didn't die this time," but they later removed it because he felt it was too on the nose.
Yeah.
And at the very end of this episode, as the screen fades to black, you can hear off-camera laughing. I don't know if it's the film crew.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy it for me.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just
I heard
there,
that.
just
I
a little
heard it.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah. By the
Um,
way, Lockwood just said that is also the rings. The ring thing is how is also how the toilet empties on the cargo ship.
Oh, God.
Y'all are
Again
sick.
with the toilet stuff.
Honestly.
So the
Great on it.
TV Zone editor actually criticized this episode for having too many coincidences and
Ooh.
said that the team's increasingly separate storylines undermined their unity. But there was a lot of people who really appreciated the Burke subplot.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it.
And thought that, you know, he had some good screen time.
Yeah.
And I think Bill Dow had a lot of warm recollections of working with Michael. He said that they
Yeah.
had natural chemistry and
They do.
positive experience filming those episodes together.
Michael has chemistry with everyone. I love it.
Pretty much. Evolution Part 2, everyone. Thanks for joining us.